people who are in for the money,
Yeah,
but not the passion. I would say they should keep on they should keep on designing.
Hello guys, welcome to Kweku Tech. If today is your first time here, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button and the notification icon below. So today I have with me a Wisdom, who is the CEO of DesignPlus. He'll be sharing with us his journey. Wisdom, welcome to Kweku Tech.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, I'm Wisdom Ofori. Basically, I went to JHS at Pokwasi MA. I went to Pokwasi JH from primary to JHS, and then from Fanochi Senior High School, and then now I'm in the tertiary. I'm doing it online actually because I'm working, and I'm currently CEO of DesignPlus Graphics.
Okay. So, how does it take to be a CEO of a big company like DesignPlus Graphics?
Actually, it hasn't been easy. Actually, to be a CEO is not easy because actually I manage some other designers because
Okay.
they're also part-time designers.
Okay.
Because at times I have a lot of jobs I need to pass on to some other designers. So managing people is not easy. Managing people is not easy. Going on the field to check for some branding stuff. Coming home to design, going on the field. Doing printing. It's not easy. It has been a rough and rewarding journey.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's pause on that and go back to your distance. Where do you come from?
I'm a Voltarian.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I'm from
Number 9.
Pando.
Pando.
Number nine. Number nine. So I'm from Avemebeme to be precise.
Okay.
Avemebeme. But it's been a while I went there though. It's been a while I went there. And I think somewhere in 2013. I went there somewhere in 2013. That time I think my grandmother was dead, so
No.
I had to. From then I've not
Been there
visited
again.
there.
Okay. Okay, let's go. So has it been always your dream to become a graphic designer since childhood, or growing up, situations changed for you to divert into graphic design?
Actually, I wanted to be a lot of things, and still I want to be a lot of things, and I'm aspiring to
Okay.
be. At the when I was a kid, I wanted to be a footballer. As smallish as I am, I
Okay.
wanted to be a footballer. But my brother gave me an advice. He one way or the other, he gave me some advice, and I wanted to. Work with technology. About computer stuff. And since my childhood, I was very, very fascinated with computer stuff. Like I wanted to do anything technology because I felt like I'm just good with it.
Okay.
So I wanted to do anything technology. So the graphic design is set in when I think somewhere in 2018 when I was managing my brother's business. At the time I didn't know graphic design, so I was
Okay.
managing his business. And
He's a graphic designer.
yeah, he's a graphic designer. He's a CEO now,
Okay.
and he has been a CEO for a while now. So I was managing his business, and with time, I got exposed to this graphic design software, CorelDRAW. So I started with CorelDRAW when I overheard a conversation, and I got discouraged learning CorelDRAW. So I advanced to Photoshop. So I started with Photoshop, trying new stuff, and then I became an official graphic designer for the company. So I was designing for the company, designing for other clients. It hasn't been easy because at times I need to go online, search, do a lot of practice. So I become perfect in graphic designing. So it hasn't been easy.
Looking at the situation now in Ghana, it seems there are a lot of graphic designers. Is it that it's easy for everyone to venture into? That's why everybody's doing the graphic designing, or it takes a lot?
And for me, I think people think there is money in graphic designing.
Okay.
After all, when somebody calls you, I need a design, do a quick design, take some money. So people think it's easy on the go, but for me, I see it to be especially those who are in for the money, but not really that's what they want to do.
Okay.
If you are in for the money, you just want to do anything and then give to the clients. There are a lot of clients. Some people don't have high expectation, so you do anything, they pay you, you go your way. So for me, I think a lot of people are in because of the money, but some of us are in because we love it. I mean, me, I'm doing graphic designing. I didn't have it in mind I wanted to do graphic design, but then when I started and I was doing well, I felt like it's part of me because my dad, my dad is an artist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Then it runs in the family.
yeah, it runs through the family. So I think it's part of me. It's part of me, and what what has made me improve is watching quality designs. I just
Okay.
hate to look at bad design. If it's a
Okay.
bad design, I'll skip. If
Okay.
it's a bad design, I'll skip. I just want to feed my eyes with quality design. That's how I also become good. I mean, I capture those concepts in mind. So when I start my own. I'm just that's it. So
So you
it's
do more of tutorial. So were you taught by someone, or it's more of tutorial that you do?
um
YouTube tutorials.
I'll say I was taught just about 2%, and tutorials would be like maybe 10%. The rest I did on my own.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really watch tutorials to to design what the person has designed, but then I watch tutorials to know how the person is using the tools.
Okay.
If you know how to use the tool, you can do anything. So I watch tutorials to know how to use the tools. But
Talking.
basically, I do it. I just like to practice so that I
Okay.
can be good. That's it.
Okay. They say practice make man perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Talking about money, you said there is money in it. That's why most people venture into it. Looking at it yourself, being a CEO of a design company, is there money? Are you getting a lot from it?
Oh yes, it has been rewarding when I started. It has been very rewarding because now, although I'm building other streams of income, my main stream of income now is graphic design. Like
Okay.
I freelance, I do printing stuff. I have a shop in Kaswa. I
Oh,
partnered with a friend, and it has been rewarding. Graphic design is something I think everybody should learn.
yeah, okay.
It's nice to have a skill. It's nice to have a skill. You don't need to always pay somebody to, but not necessarily. You don't need to learn because you want money. If you know something, it's nice. If you know something, it's good to know. So
Talking about that, he's the one who designed the Kweku Tech logo. So he's a very good designer to be precise. Are there any communities here in Ghana, like design communities, that you people link up to share ideas, to know how you can be able to bring out something nice to develop the country, or those kind of things, like how programming have
mhm,
Python
mhm.
communities, Java user group, and all
Yeah,
those things? Do you have something like that in graphic?
yeah. There are a lot of communities. On Instagram, on Telegram, but for me, I don't really like group stuff.
Why?
I actually like the way I do think. I don't really like group stuff. I'm just dedicated to one person. When I have just one person, I like to do things on my own. So I do join, but then I'm not really active.
And don't you think it can expose you to more?
Yes, exposure too is there. When
Mm,
you join these communities, you get exposed to, connection. You have a lot of connections. But personally, I don't know, but I think that's
you
my
too.
DNA. I can't
Okay.
do anything about it. I
Okay.
just don't thrive well in groups.
Okay.
I just like to do things on my own and have one dedicated person or a partner. I think that's me. I just like to do things on my own.
So what are some of the softwares that you use for your designs?
Oh, I use CorelDRAW, I use Photoshop, I use Illustrator. But most of the times I use Illustrator and then Photoshop.
Photoshop.
Yeah.
Okay.
But CorelDRAW, I use that when I want to do book printing and stuff. That's all.
Okay. Okay. So I want to ask you this, for those who will be watching us and who want to do graphic design. If someone wants to go into graphic design right now, which software will you recommend for the person to start learning?
Okay, I would say it depends. It depends because I have other friends who use CorelDRAW, but can design very well. And their design, if you see the design, you think it's Photoshop.
Yeah.
There are other I mean softwares around, but then for me, I'll say just start with Photoshop. Photoshop is really easy to go around with. Just start with a lot of people are using Photoshop now. So why would you want to go into a
Is it
different?
that is industrial standard or what?
I don't think it's an industrial standard, but here in Africa, I think it is.
Because most people here in
Yes,
Africa.
most designers are using Photoshop.
Okay.
Most designers are using Photoshop. So, I mean, Photoshop is a go-go.
And what advice will you give to people who are in it for the money but not for the passion?
For people who are in for the money but
Yeah,
not the passion,
passion.
I would say they should keep on they should keep on designing. But then I hope that you see people who are in for the money,
Mm.
they are not helping us. They are not helping us in a sense that if I'm in for the money, um, I can just do anything, take any money. But then a graphic designer who has actually gone through school or gone or has gone through rigorous process to become a good graphic designer wouldn't bear or wouldn't receive that value he's supposed to receive, because maybe somebody is in for the money will just want to take any amount for maybe a logo design or a flyer design. But then a good graphic designer will take the amount you are supposed to pay. But because you've met somebody who is in for the money, you just take any low amount, and because of that, we are suffering for that.
So, talking about that, do Ghanaian appreciate your works? Like, do they pay you according to what you deserve?
Um, Ghanaian, yes, some pay. What I deserve. Some do not. It's all because some people don't really understand our industry, this graphic design industry. People think it's just copy and paste, but even when before you align even three tests, maybe A, B, and C, for it to look visually presentable, you have to think. You can take about an hour to just do that. So graphic design can take about, let's say you are doing a flyer design, can take up to 5 hours, depending. It depends. It can take up to 5 hours, depending on the concept. So graphic designing it's more like a mind map.
Wow. People think it's just some minutes because
Nah,
maybe
nah, nah.
sometimes when someone requests for a design, maybe in the next 2 or 3 hours, you do it and send. It
Uh-huh.
doesn't take days, so people take
Okay,
it to be
okay. When that comes in, because if I'm good at it, I've been doing this.
okay.
I have perfected myself
Okay.
over time.
Mm.
That's why when you ask for it and then I see that there is urgency, I need to speed up. But it's because I have developed myself. You get it? Maybe
Okay.
the concept you are giving me or the concept you want me to bring out for you, I've done
Not
a
something.
similar
Okay.
concept. You get it? So it won't take too much time to go around to get a new concept.
Okay.
That's why it take at times it takes I can do design like in 30 minutes.
Okay.
You get it, depending on the concept.
But that doesn't mean that you know the money shouldn't
The money shouldn't be reduced. The money should
reduce.
reduce.
Okay.
It's, I have I have put in a lot of effort so that I can produce something for you in 30 minutes. But maybe at first I might even be using like 3 hours just to produce that
Okay.
same
Okay.
concept. You get it?
Okay. Please, my audience, please try and pay graphic designers the amount they deserve. Because people will just be sending 20 CDs, 30 CDs,
Nah,
50
nah, nah,
CDs.
it's not encouraging.
I once tried that and someone said this. We designed something, the person said you pay us 5 CDs. And my cameraman got bored and he said he should he should use it for free. Oh, thank you very much for your time today. I would like you to share your social media handles for people to follow you, people
Okay.
who need your works, people who also want to you to mentor them. I hope you
Yeah,
can mentor
yeah,
people.
yeah. And also, before I put down my social media handles, um, I and my partner we are building a media for graphic designers
Okay.
with Ben Creative Media.
Oh,
So we are done with everything. We are just left with some few touches, and then By September, October, we'll be enrolling students.
Okay.
So you can reach out to me on 0241040552. And then my social media handle, Instagram. I'm a bit active on Instagram. That's Design Plus Graphics. That's
Thank you. Please, this has been another amazing episode with a professional graphic designer. Don't forget to hit on the subscribe button and the notification icon below. We have a lot more coming. Everything about tech, you will see it here on Kweku Tech. Share for another person to what? Be part of this family. Peace.